known for being a businessman.
Correct.
50 million Americans in poverty, 50 million, close to it, 50 million Americans on food stamps, 92 million Americans not working. We don't count them, but they're not working.
As I said, right. Yeah. We don't count them. I mean, we have, they say 5.3 and 5.6%. I think it's over 20%. During the speech, I said 20%.
How do we get them? How would Donald Trump, as president, get these people back to work?
You have to take the jobs back from China. You have to take the jobs back from Mexico. Mexico, in Iowa, companies are leaving for Mexico. You have to take, they're given incentive to leave our country and go to places like Mexico. And by the way, Mexico is the next China. Mexico, folks, is not our friend. I hate to tell you this, but Mexico, and I'm not just talking about the border, Mexico is ripping off the United States big, big league, and we better do something. But jobs going to China, to Mexico, to Brazil, they're going everywhere but here. And we've lost our manufacturing, and we've lost our manufacturing base.
What would specifically you do to, A, stop Iran's nuclear program, and B, to defeat ISIS? Because I don't hear you saying degrade them. I hear you saying defeat them.
Defeat. Well, with ISIS, I just hit them really hard. And that would probably, and you know, a year ago you wouldn't have said it and nobody would have liked it. Now everybody likes it. You may have to have some boots on the ground for a period of time until you get rid of the cancer. That's number one. You may have to have that. Look, they're cutting off the heads of people. They're burning people at the stake. It's like we're living in medieval times. With Iran, sanctions all over the place. Believe me, you can make a right deal if you have the right negotiator. You know, part of the problem we have, Sean, we have people that are diplomats doing our negotiating. They know nothing about negotiating. All they know how to do is keep their job. They know nothing about negotiating. If we had the right people, we could solve the ISIS problem and we could solve the Iran problem, and a lot more quickly than you think.
There's so many young people in this room. Obama has, well, by the time he leaves office, will have accumulated more debt than every other president combined. What do you say to them about how a President Trump could balance the budget?
I understand debt. I understand business better than anybody that's ever run, in my opinion, for office. Nobody's had the success in a business sense that I've had. I know how to get rid of debt. I would get rid of that debt, and I would do it quickly because it's sitting out there, and it is a time bomb for this country.
Specifically, though, because this is important, I like the penny plan. Cut a penny out of every dollar.
It's fine, but I like two plans. I like making the country rich again, taking in tremendous amounts of money, stopping China from ripping us, etc., and also cutting costs, but not cutting them when it comes to the military, and not cutting them when it comes to Social Security either.
You obviously, the American dream has worked in your life and your father's life, your family's life. I know a lot about your background. We're now talking a lot about American exceptionalism. In Donald Trump's mind, what makes America exceptional, and why do you so love this country that you want to be its commander-in-chief?
It's got a great fabric. They have phenomenal people like the people in this room. We have so much going. We need the incentives. We can't take away those incentives. But we have a country that can be so great again. We have a country that will be absolutely admired by everybody. Right now, it's not admired by other countries, and I deal with these countries. They talk to me, Sean, and they say, I can't believe, Chinese, they say, they're friends of mine. They say, I can't believe we're getting away with this. In Saudi Arabia, they say, I can't believe we get away with this. They don't put up the money. We're fighting wars for them. They don't put up the money. I know these people. I have nothing against China. Their leaders are just much smarter than us. So if we bring our country back to the grassroots, if we keep the incentives going, I'm telling you, the potential of the United States is so incredible if we do it properly and if we have smart, really smart leaders.